everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today I am so excited to film this video because, as you can tell by the title, these are all my must-haves and essentials for the 0 through the 3-month stage. So I have this broken up into categories. I have everything that I still have with me that I can show you to my right. So I have for baby, I have toys, I have if you're breastfeeding, bath time, and then also some things that I used as I was still healing, because as we know, the baby's here, but mama still has to heal whether you had a C-section or a vaginal birth. So we'll go ahead and get started. I also have some things that are on my phone, little extras that I couldn't find laying around the house that I had either packed away or too big to show. Okay, so let's start off with baby and clothing, because that one's the easiest. So this is super simple, but just now this is a 6-month one because my baby's 7 months old and she's big now, but just a typical Carter's white, either long sleeve or short sleeve onesie. These, I put Charlie in these all the time, especially during the summer since it was warm here. I literally just had her in a onesie and that was it. And obviously a bow, because I was and still am a bit bow obsessed. But this was nice if she spit up or if she got something on it, drooled too much or something like that. It wasn't any harm done because we could just throw it in the laundry. But we did use cute outfits, but that was more for like church and going out and things like that. So I highly recommend just a good old Carter's onesie. Next, I don't know what devil invented button sleepers, but I found out very, very, very quickly. Only get the sleepers with the zippers. This was I can't believe no one told me this. Out of all of the things that I've heard from moms, I can't believe no one mentioned get the sleepers with the zipper. So I started off a nighttime routine with Charlie the day we came home from the hospital. I wanted her to get accustomed to daytime versus nighttime, and I figured that would be the best way to do it. So every night she would get dressed in a sleeper for bedtime. She never wore a sleeper during the day, still doesn't. She gets up and gets dressed into regular clothing every single day, just like an adult would. So when it came to sleepers, obviously I wanted something super comfortable because who doesn't? These are the Cat and Jack ones. For her body type, I can't believe I'm saying body type about an infant, but she is long and thin. She's in the 25th percentile for weight and about the 52nd, I think it was, for height, which that's how she measured my entire pregnancy, was long and thin. So, which makes sense because my husband's 6'4". But anyway, these were awesome. They also zipper from top to bottom, so you can see the little zippers at the bottom here. I was paranoid when I was a new mom, and I really enjoyed that this was down here so it couldn't get stuck in her mouth or up her nose or anything like that. So definitely get sleepers with a zipper. All right, so a bunch of my other friends had babies relatively close as to when I did. And one thing that I got them, regardless of if it was on their registry or not, was the Halo sleep sacks. So this is the Halo sleep sack. Right now Charlie's in a small. This thing is a lifesaver. I found with the muslin swaddles, which I'm going to talk about in a second, I loved them, but not for sleeping. My daughter is a wild woman, and she was a wild woman since I was pregnant with her. So what I found really useful was something that could kind of not like trap her in, but keep her in one spot. These things, they come in newborn too. They come in cotton as well as fleece. I had both. The hospital actually provided us with a fleece one, which was awesome. That's where I fell in love with them. But this is awesome. She still uses this now because she does sleep in a sleep sack, and it's super safe, keeps her nice and warm. There's a zipper. They're kind of confusing to look at, but so you just put her arms in there right here, and then you zip her up, and then you use this part to wrap around her like that. She obviously does not have her arms swaddled in anymore. She did like to be swaddled, so she was swaddled with her arms in for about 8 weeks, I think. We also did not do like a one-arm transition. It was just, she was starting to break free through all of her swaddles. So it was just like, okay, we're gonna wrap you up and just wrap your little belly to give you some comfort. And that's what we still do to this day. And it works perfectly for her. All right, the muslin swaddle. I found that these were really awesome for, she was born in summer. So instead of an actual blanket, I just wanted something either to go over her car seat so it could shield the sun if she was napping when we were walking or something like that. And this was really great. They're multi-purpose, which is amazing. Using it as a nursing cover if you're out. You can use it for shade purposes, as a little blanket, as a swaddle, as a burp cloth. So I think that this is just a must-have that any mom can really benefit from. There's lots of uses for it. Kind of along that same note here, burp cloths. This one I wasn't sure if I was completely bought into, but I found that it's an essential. I still use it. I actually use one of these in my pumping bag since I do exclusively pump. I keep one of these in there for when I'm done to clean myself up, and it's really helpful. But these, again, multi-use item. We use these obviously for when she's done feeding. Like I said, I use them in my pump bag. They come in handy big time when you're out and about. If you have one or two of these in your diaper bag and something spills, easy to clean up. So I'm a huge fan. I highly recommend them, and they're super cheap. Okay, so that's it for like the cloth items. Moving on to, we'll do like bath time and stuff. So what I use is the Aveeno Baby. This is the Calming Comfort Lotion. I didn't use this always. I used the Honest Company, the lavender one, but Charlie actually has eczema. She has it on her back here, and my husband has eczema too, so I'm not too surprised. But this has been amazing. It has like taken away her eczema. I also have really, really dry hands, so I use this on my hands and it helps a lot as well. So I think just overall a baby lotion that works for your baby. She gets lotion every night, regardless of, we give her a bath every other night. So if it's a non-bath night, part of her bedtime routine is actually still putting the lotion on. We wipe her down just like with a wet washcloth because babies are gross and she gets stuff in her neck and on her face and gets crusty. So we make sure to still wipe her down, and then she gets her lotion and gets put in a sleeper. So I think a good lotion that works for your baby is definitely a must-have, especially for my baby. Alrighty, this balm, it's the Honest Company Organic All-Purpose Balm. This beats any other butt cream out there. You can put it on anything. I actually even put this on her eczema. I put it on my nipples when I was breastfeeding. Like I said, I exclusively pump now, so I don't need it. But when she was actually on the boob, this stuff works instantly. It is amazing. I think this is my third tube. It lasts for so long. It literally just takes away any sort of irritation on their bottom. It's fantastic. So if you have a baby, or you know someone who's having a baby and you want to get them something a little bit different that maybe isn't on their registry, get this for them. It's clean ingredients. It's fantastic. I love it, love it, love it. This is a huge must-have in my book. Okay, so I'm going to move on to feeding. This is a combination for mom and for baby. Like I said, I exclusively pump, so a good bottle was really important to me. I use the Komotomo bottles. This is the one that goes up to 5 ounces. She drinks 5 ounces 5 times a day, so we still use this one even though it's a newborn. There's a newborn one, and then there's also the, I think, 3+ month one. We have both of them. They are expensive, so I think they're either $22 or $25 for only 2 of them, but she loves these and she took really well to them. They're supposed to mimic a mother's breast and nipple, which I think it definitely doesn't look like a typical bottle. I love them. They're easy to carry. They fit in all bottle warmers, so if you're using any milk from the fridge, you literally just fill it up, put it in the bottle warmer. I'm a huge fan of these, and for any other babies that I have, I will definitely be repurchasing and using them. Along that same idea of feeding, these are the 8-ounce Medela bottles that you can pump into. So I have an oversupply. I think a lot of that has to do with exclusively pumping. So I found that the little 5-ounce ones that actually come with the Manila pump-in style just weren't enough. I usually pump anywhere from 6 to 8 ounces out of one breast at one time, especially in the mornings when I wake up and have my first pump of the day. So these 8-ounce bottles are fantastic for storing. I actually think I have like 16 of them. So then I can keep some in the fridge, and when I put them in my freezer bags and stuff like that, it's easy storage. But these are a must-have, and I got these off of Amazon. They weren't expensive at all. But they're really, really nice. They sterilize very nicely. They are just a must-have for me. So I don't know if it would be different if you have a different pump, but I can pump right into these and I'm good to go. I love them. All right. And this isn't necessarily feeding, but it has to do with a nipple, so I figured I'd share. This is her binky that she uses. I don't necessarily know the name of it. It looks like it says Itsy Ritzy. These are at Target. They're actually on an end cap. They're silicone. They come in a packet of 2, a white one and a teal one. These are, again, this is like on the same level of that balm. I love these. These are fantastic. They're a little bit different because they have this little part here, which is actually a teether. So I'll find that Charlie, she did not really like binkies in the beginning, but when I introduced her to these, it was a game changer. She loves them. She'll usually just have a binky in her mouth if she's not talking away or feeding. And then she'll also, she likes to play with it. So she'll take it, she'll bite on this end, then she'll plop it back in her mouth. And when she gets bored, she'll play with it. So I really like this. And they're also aesthetically pleasing, which is kind of funny, but I like them. And along with that, this is a binky clip. I found these on Amazon as well. These fit into the binky so easily. So you literally just like put it through and boom. So I'm a huge fan of both of these items. Babies spit out their binkies all the time. Charlie's just getting to a stage where she doesn't throw it everywhere. She'll take it out if she doesn't want it. She can also kind of babble with it in her mouth now, but if you're out and about, this saves a lot of picking it up off of a gross floor. Okay. All right. This one's a little bit of a gross one, but I think every mom needs it. This is a booger picker. Yep. Babies are gross. They can't blow their nose, and when they cry, they get a lot of snot. So especially Charlie just got over a cold, so this has been very helpful. I like this one too because there's actually a light. So you can really see up there. It's the soft edges at the top, so you're not going to poke your baby or anything like that. But I really enjoyed this, and I actually carry it in my diaper bag, so I have it wherever I go. Huge fan. Another really good Amazon find. All right. This is the Hatch Baby Rest. I love this thing. It's a sound machine. It's an app that you can use with it. I love that it's not plugged in right now, but it's different colors, there's different sounds. Charlie actually still sleeps in our room with us. She's in her crib in our room. So it's nice for me and my husband because we both like to sleep with the sound machine. Not gonna lie, when she was first born, we used to sleep with a fan on. I made him shut the fan off because I wanted to be sure that if she made a sound, I could hear it. But now obviously we're accustomed and we're past that stage. So we use this. It's fantastic. She also uses a sound machine during her naps. So like I said, it's a plus for both my husband and I, but this one's really awesome. It saves our settings. So we just turn it on and she's good to go. And it's a part of her bedtime routine. So she knows as soon as this baby lights up and the sound starts, it's time to get sleepy and to go to bed. All right, this, you'll have to find what works for your baby, but I laugh every time I see this star. We got this at Target. I laugh because my aunt used to carry this thing everywhere. There's one at my house. There's one at my parents' house. This thing is just awesome because it lights up. They can, when they get older, they can hit it, and that's a way that they can play with it, and then it lights up that way. It was just a way to basically keep her entertained and stimulated. She has always been a very calm and chill baby, but I just noticed that it was something that if she started to get a little fussy or antsy, we would just put this star on and she would really focus on it and look at the lights and listen to it. So if we were out shopping or something like that, this was a huge saver for us. So I don't think you necessarily need a star, but something that the baby will like, and it's simple, it's easy to throw in your diaper bag. You can attach it to the car seat or to the stroller. Anything that will kind of keep your baby, especially a newborn, that 0 to 3 month age, their attention span is like nothing. So to give them something to look at when maybe things are busy or they're uncomfortable is super, super helpful. Like I said, I just like this one because of the lights. So I make fun of my aunt, and every time I see this star, I'm scarred a little bit. But it was definitely an essential, and I'm happy that we used it as much as we did. All right, I am going to switch categories to the mom category. So like I said in the beginning of this video, moms are healing. This is a time for healing, and anything that you can do to make your life easier is huge. So I'll first start out with this, which is the Boppy. I love this. I love this for feeding. When I was breastfeeding for like a few days, this was a great essential. Now we actually use it for her because she sits up on her own, but if I'm in the kitchen and I'm just keeping an eye on her when she's in the living room, I'll sit her in this, so if she does fall back or something, she's padded a little bit. I know that this is something that a lot of people talk about, but it is definitely a must-have. I love this thing. It is awesome. So get one, put one on your registry. It is so, so worth it. Another thing that's technically for mom and for baby, where did it go? Is a DockATot. Everybody makes fun of me because I wanted a DockATot forever. My husband was like, no, we don't need one. It's a glorified pillow. Well, we got one. I won that battle, and to this day, we still use it. It's awesome, especially when they're little and you don't really put them in a crib for every single nap. You just put them on there. You can put it on the floor with them. You can put it on a couch, obviously, all supervised, but it is fantastic. I love that thing. I spilled coffee on it, so there's a stain on it, but I love that thing, and it is an expensive item. It's like $200, but it is worth every single penny, so I highly recommend that. All right, back to mom. If you are breastfeeding, so one thing that I found is the most uncomfortable that was very poor English. I was most uncomfortable with breastfeeding, and I don't mean actually breastfeeding or pumping. I mean just I was sore and uncomfortable. I did have a vaginal birth, so I was kind of just sore everywhere. I felt beat up, and one of the best things I could have gotten is a nursing bra. I still live in these. They're fantastic. Mine are from Motherhood Maternity. I like them because obviously they have the clasp right here, so it's easy access for you and your little babe. I also really like these because the padding slips out of them, which is nice, so you can either wash them, or if you just don't want to have padding on, then you can take that out depending on what you're wearing, if you're just lounging around the house. So I'm a huge fan. I have a bunch of different colors. I live in these. I unfortunately do still have to wear a bra to sleep because TMI, but I still leak because I don't feed at night. So having one of these is just nice, comfortable. I don't get my sheets and my shirt disgusting. Huge fan. Along with that, which I don't need these anymore, but 0 to 3 month, that window, which is what we're talking about, these guys. So the nursing pads. These ones are just a Target brand. I did have another brand, I forget what they are. But these are fantastic. They go right in your bra. Until your milk supply regulates, you can leak randomly, have random letdowns even if your baby isn't on your boob. So definitely a huge fan of these. I ended up using these for a while overnight, but now I just sleep in a bra and that works just fine. So I don't soak through my shirt. But these are a must-have. They also work really well if you put any sort of nipple cream on. It just kind of keeps the moisture there, which I know, again, TMI, but it really helps. So huge fan of those. Last actual item I have to show you are Lululemon leggings. Again, this is a pricey item. They are $100 for a pair of leggings, but I will tell you, they are so worth it. I used them throughout my entire pregnancy. My best friend, she actually, I told her that I wanted to get one or two that were a size up from my regular size so I could wear them throughout my pregnancy. And of course she sends me like 4 pair in multiple sizes because she's just the friggin' best. And that's just like her, but I swear by them. So even if you only get 1 pair and use them through your pregnancy and then the postpartum period, or even just to lounge around in, they are the best. They last forever, and I am a huge fan. I think I have like 3 or 4 just black pair because they're so great. I also use them to work out in. A must have. Ooh, okay, so these are the items that I don't necessarily have to show you, so I'm just looking at my phone here. One thing that I highly recommend for mama during this period is a pumping bra. So if you are a pumping mama or you're just pumping because you want to build up a supply, go to Target, go on Amazon and get a pumping bra so you can be hands-free. When I was in the hospital, I was using a pump and I did not have a pumping bra, so I would be literally sitting there for 20 minutes just holding the pump to my boobs. No, even now I pump when I'm at work and I'll get work done. I'll pump and I'll be in our mother's room just working on emails or anything like that. And it's really, really helpful. So definitely get yourself a pumping bra if you are a breastfeeding mama. It is fantastic. Another thing I have is a baby carrier. I will tell you, I wanted to get the Moby wrap. I got the Moby wrap. That was nice for 0 to 3 months. So that's what this video is for, but it was not something that's sustainable. Charlie's only 15 pounds and I still don't feel comfortable having her in it because to me, she doesn't feel secure. My mom actually got my husband for last Christmas, for 2018 Christmas, oh darn it, what's that brand? Tactical baby gear, I think it is. And it is the best freaking carrier in the entire world. It looks like I'm entering into war, but I love it. It holds her up. She feels sturdy in it. It's fantastic. So a good carrier is definitely a must-have. And lastly, a swing. A swing of any kind. We had one from Target. I'll try to put it in the description box if I remember, but Charlie loved her swing. It was nice for her to nap in during that newborn stage. I will tell you, we only used the swing up until 3 months because I didn't want her to get accustomed to being rocked to sleep. So at the 3-month mark, I did cut that off and put it away. But it was a lifesaver. You could put her in there, go get some stuff done. Even if she was still wide awake, just putting her in the swing was nice. It was better than just either putting her in the DockATot or just, you know, carrying her around. It was nice because you could put her in the swing, you could put her in the DockATot, you could kind of rotate her, especially when she was barely mobile. So huge fan of the swing. She loved it, and I know some babies love it, some babies don't. Huge fan of that. All right, so I think those are all of my must-haves for the 0 to 3 month period. And I really wanted to narrow down to the things that I highly recommend. And if a new mama is asking me, hey, like, what do you think? What would you use if you had to pick a few items? What would be your staples? That's what I wanted to put into this video. So obviously there are lots of other things that I use, lots of must-haves like diapers. Every baby needs some diapers, but I didn't want to put those in there just for the fact of like the things that are super important. Like, no one's gonna tell you to get a zipper onesie. Nobody thinks of it. But I wanted to let you know that there are some things that you just need. Anyway, thank you so much for watching this video. I will plan to do a 3 to 6 month and then kind of another one as she grows. Like I said, she's 7 months old now, so not really sure what our must-haves are going to be for this age group, but I hope you enjoyed. Be sure to comment and like and share. I love making these videos. I hope you like them as well. You can follow me on Instagram as well. That'll be in my description box. And God bless you. God bless your families. Be kind to yourself. Be kind to others. And I will see you in my next video. Bye.